Welcome back, class. This video is going to discuss the questions and answers for today's entrance ticket assignment. So please make sure you pay close attention so you can complete the assignment properly. And you can pause and rewind this video as many times as you need to help with your understanding of the assignment. So before I get into the definition of what is a mood, I just want to remind everyone that last class, your assignment was to take a selfie that showed you posing in a specific mood to represent a certain emotion. So that those emotions and different moods can be or are represented by this woman in front of us in 12 different poses. If you didn't like your mood from the last class or from your last photo, it is not too late to retake it, or maybe you forgot to show a specific mood. Please use this opportunity to retake your photo today, but make sure that mood is very clear. So like this woman in front of us, if your mood is angry, you can see the image of her on the far right in the second row where she looks angry, and then another one where she looks shocked or sad or silly or even suspicious, like she knows something we don't. So hopefully this can help you brainstorm a certain mood if you don't have one already. But please remember that is one of the main focuses of this assignment. But make sure that your image you take today, if you are retaking it or taking it for the first time, is final, because we are laying the grid over your photo today. I'd hate for someone to have to work backwards after the end of today's class. So please make sure you have that photo today and your mood is clear. So moving on to the next slide. So here we have the definition of mood. This is the answer for your first entrance ticket question. A mood is a state of mind or feeling. So each one of these images, just like the slide before it, shows a different emotion. The figure on the far left looks almost as if they know something we don't. It kind of gives a very theatrical appearance to me. Image on the far right, obviously the mood is happiness. The student's feeling very happy. And this student even painted their portrait in the style of Chuck Close. And we are not doing that. That is a very advanced way that student painted it. We are just adding color with pastels, just solid colors, or blending to add light and shadow if you wish. And then the image on the bottom middle just is looking over her shoulder, looking at us, almost in some way that she's trying to get our attention, looking over her shoulder at us. But each one of these shows a different mood, just like the slide before it. But specifically, again, a mood is a state of mind or feeling. So please make sure you have that as your definition for today. And then lastly, we don't just want to understand the definition of mood. We want to know how to clearly express that mood to the viewer. So it should be obvious by now. We can show that by the way that you pose for your photograph. You should have already done that or looking to do that today. So not only can you pose happy or pose sad or whatever your mood is, you can also use props. You can also use different colors. So depending on the pose, the props, the color choice, how you apply the color, and even the background details, the things you have in the background, it all kind of ties into that cohesive design that shows that specific mood. So to answer that question, in case that wasn't clear, how can an artist express a specific mood to the viewer? You can express that again through the way you pose, any props that you have, the color choice, how you apply the color, and even the background details. So those 5 things should answer the question perfectly. And then just to kind of elaborate on that, I'll just discuss the image in the middle here. You have talking about the poses. You see this male figure. He's posing with his eyes closed. He has the props of the headphones. The color choice is very warm and soft. They even applied the color in a nice solid way that doesn't look rushed to show anger or something like that. And then lastly, the background is very calming, solid colors, maybe even just the back wall of his room. It almost looks like he's just sitting in his room. The light of the lamp or his computer is just shining his face. His eyes are closed, listening to music or listening to something that just kind of creates that tranquil, calm mood. So I think that mood is very clear. Whereas just to touch on the image on the right, I talked about fast applying your color in a kind of a fast method that shows the motion of the brush lines can represent or can help represent something that that shows more of a physical change in your mood, such as like anger or shock or fear, having those colors or those lines applied in a loose way that shows that motion can also help show that mood. So that is the end of this video. I have gone over the definition for mood and then the follow-up question about expressing that mood clearly. So after watching this video, you should move on to your entrance ticket for today and complete both questions. Please submit it to that assignment, and then afterwards you will watch the video of how to lay the grid over your photo. All right, I look forward to seeing your submissions, and I will see you in the next video demonstration. All right, bye everyone.